Whoa. Oh my goodness. What in the world is going on with this thing? What's up, everybody? Jonathan back here with some more forestry on Farming Simulator 17. Alright, well, we're got kind of a foggy day today. Thinking that maybe when the sun comes on up, some of this fog will burn off, but I've had to fire the lights back up and see what I'm doing. And also, I normally have all 3 trailers loaded up and ready to go by the start of the video. But gosh, I decided to cut some shorter logs this time, because the longer ones, if you got them in there, kind of funny. Sometimes it started jumping around and wanted to hop out of the trailer, and so I decided just to cut them shorter, which actually helps. Because you can see in the first part of the trailer there towards the truck, some of those logs are in there kind of not straight, and they weren't doing any kind of hopping around or anything. But anyway, it took twice as long though to load the trailer, so I didn't get but one trailer loaded up this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the mill, and while we're waiting on it to get back, we can be cutting down some more trees. And so I'm gonna go ahead and hop over here in the feller buncher. Okay, let's get some lights turned on and see if we can't get some more of these trees cut down. And so what I think we'll do for the rest of the video is pretty much cut down the rest of these trees over here. I'd like to get a whole bunch of them cut. And I'm going to try to do my best to pile these things up in some nice neat little piles, because I was having quite a bit of problems getting them skidded out when they were all just kind of randomly like a bunch of pickup sticks tossed around. Now this thing's not wanting to move. Oh, there we go. I had the wrong button. No, it's still not wanting to go. This thing for some reason doesn't have any power to get up the hills. It should be going faster than that. Not really sure what's up with that. Seems to be wanting to go backwards even though I have the accelerator pressed. Oops. Well, let's see if I can't maybe... Sometimes if you lift it up, it'll... There we go. Now just full power ahead and see if we can get up the hill. Nope, still stuck. Oh boy. Okay, well, we'll try a different route here. Alright, what is going on here? Oh, that's ridiculous. I haven't quite got the hang of this thing yet. I'm getting there, but... Oh. Well, that could have been part of the problem. You know, this thing is really frustrating sometimes because it just doesn't seem to have the power that it should have. And this thing should be virtually unstoppable. And part of it's my problem. I've made such a mess of all the trees over here. I haven't really left myself a good lane to maneuver. Maybe I can shove it out of the way with the saw head. There we go. Oops. Wrong button. Yikes. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, see, I was wondering if the price of the timber was going to be a bit different when I had cut the shorter pieces. And sure enough, it looked like we got about 28,000. Well, not 28, not quite 28, maybe about 27. I think we had about 71,900, something like that, probably when we got to the sawmill. So that would have been, let's see, we got 98. So it would have been about 27.4, something like that. Pretty good price. That's more than we've normally been getting. Alright, let's see if we can make it up the hill this time. Alright, there we go. Oop. Okay. Alright, now why is that not working? What's going on here? Oh, it's not turned on. I thought I had it on. Now let's see, I gotta figure out where I'm at and where I need to go. I know I still got a bunch more trees back to the north to cut. But I've made such a mess of these trees over here and then all these stumps everywhere, it's hard to even maneuver. This thing gets caught up pretty easy on anything and it just stops. Shouldn't be doing that. Let's see if I can get away from all these cut trees. Get back over here to where there's no stumps and trees down everywhere. Okay. Well, I am pretty well starting to get the hang of this. I mean, I still got some practice to do, like that. But I am getting a lot smoother at this thing. It's not quite so awkward anymore. And it's mainly just practice. You know, you got to know which buttons do what and which joystick directions and all that stuff does what. So I'm getting there. Every once in a while a tree doesn't want to grab right and you end up cutting about 6 or 8 pieces off of it before you figure it out and get it turned right. And sometimes the tops of the trees get hung up in other trees. I really wish I had a way to steer or maneuver this thing without having to use my little gamepad. So I'm having to stop cutting, reposition, cut again. Alright, our truck's back. So let me go stop the truck and then we'll get back in the cutter. Yeah, sometimes if you don't get the angle just right, it'll puts pressure on the tree, and when it cuts, it kind of flings it, like right there. Ooh, that's way out there. That's further than it looks. And you get that situation that I still can't get the hang of, because you have to be kind of facing the tree to tell how close it is, really. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah, see, I don't like how it shoves the tractor back like that, which I know it's just the game physics because you're pushing on something that's stationary. Even though the tractor weighs more than that tree, it's still... The tree just doesn't have any give. But why is it not cutting? I don't understand that. That should be cutting. Oh, there it goes. Ah. And get hung up in the treetops. Ah. I think I know what's causing that. Well, I'm not having much luck with this tonight. Wow. This is pretty crazy tonight. I don't know what's going on with this thing. All the grapples are open like they're supposed to be. Now let's see. Okay, yeah, I got a path. I was gonna say I think I trapped myself, but you can go up to the left if it's thing will go. This is good practice for me anyway. I need a little bit more practice on this feather buncher. I'm really starting to get the hang of it, but you need a lot of hours on this thing to really get good at it. Oh, come on. Sometimes the trees slip out of there. I've got the grapples engaged, but the tree just wants to slip out, and then it starts cutting off little pieces everywhere. Alright, now I want him to come out of the grapple. That's open, that's open, there we go. Crazy. Oh, come on. Good grief. I hate it when it does that. Whoops. I just want to see what it looked like when they cut a tree from the outside view, but that didn't work out too good. I think I better stick to the inside view. Yeah, this thing has about 0 power when you try and go up a hill. Kind of ridiculous. Yeah, the other thing I'm going to have to get worked out, I believe, is the skidder situation. I'm using that John Deere 548 skidder because uh, with the FTR login skidder, I couldn't ever figure out how to get the little boom arm on the back, the grapple arm, to go up and down. There's obviously some key bindings or something I'm missing, but I couldn't ever get the boom arm to work. And on his videos, FDR, they pick up several trees with the grapple and pull them back to the landing, which would be really handy for us because you know, you get more trees per skid. Alright, that ain't gonna work. I'm about to see if I can't get that figured out. And this is ridiculous. We're stuck on nothing. There's no trees, no stumps, and we're stuck. This is unacceptable. Like this tractor has 0 power when you're on any kind of a hill. Hopefully he'll address that in future machine updates, which is coming pretty soon. I think the machine pack is, you know, for updates is due out pretty soon. And like I've been mentioning, he's got a new map coming out, that Smoky Mountain map. I believe that's December 24th. But I believe the new machine updates are already done. It's just I'm not a Patreon, so I can't get them early, but I'm not too inclined at the moment to pay just to get early access to something, which I'm doing fine with what I got and I can wait. Although I will be getting the new updates whenever they get released to the public. Okay, I'm gonna kind of start heading towards the road and then make my way back towards the landing again. And then we're getting pretty close here to wrapping it up for this video. And again, if you're expecting to see deliveries to the sawmill, I do apologize because I just didn't have time to get all of the loads made up this time. Been a little busy with different things, you know, getting ready for Christmas and all that, and plus with using those smaller log sizes, it takes twice the amount of work to get one trailer loaded. I'll try to do better for next time. Yeah, I thought I was too close. Again, it's kind of hard to tell how close those trees are. Alright, well let's get these last two big trees right over here cut, and then that's going to do it for this video. And maybe for next time I can go ahead and get the trailers loaded up and we'll be ready to go with some more wood. All right. And we're stuck again. Okay, well I think I'm just gonna kind of park the a bunch right about here, so next time we'll be ready to cut these in this little area, and we'll start working our way back towards the landing, and then we'll have to start skidding some of these logs up and cutting them with the chainsaw, get the limbs off and cut them up to size, and then load them up on the trailers. I sure am looking forward to getting that processor. I make a short work out of that stuff. All I gotta do is skid them up and cut them to length and delimb them all in one time, so certainly looking forward to that. Alright, well hope everybody's has a good weekend, and Merry Christmas, since this will air just a couple of days before Christmas. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and we will see you again on, what is it, the next Monday. What's that going to be, the 27th, I think, or something like that. Anyway, it'll be after Christmas. So anyway, until then, we'll see you. This is Jonathan.